Oh, God. Merc.
I couldn't stop them. They took Kate. I got some of the bastards, though.
Where'd they go?
I heard them mention the Shard.
The mayor's place?
Yeah.
Shit, Merc. Let me get someone, a doctor.
Ain't gonna happen, Faith.
I'm sorry, Merc. I'm so sorry.
No sorries. Just don't let them win.
I won't, Merc. Promise.
Thanks, kiddo.
Okay, so
They murked our boy.
they did. They murked Mark.
Murked him.
So it should not be a surprise, considering how many times I felt like pointing it out. But the finale of the game takes place at this big, cool tower.
The Shard.
The Shard, which is a great nickname for the tallest building in the City of Glass. There is one thing I want to point out, which is that cutscene is actually the same cutscene as the end of the last video. I just split it up. Which means that we rescue our sister and then immediately lose her again in the same cutscene. Which is... I don't like that. That is a not great way for storytelling. Yeah, what's the point? Like, surely there'd be some way of having the same events happen without you actually rescuing her, and then before you even get a chance to play the game again, them saying, oh no, go rescue her again. Like...
Did they follow her, or did they have some sort of implant on her?
I don't know, actually. I'm thinking that was a Celeste thing. Once her cover basically got blown, she kind of said, well, screw it, and just told them where they were. So I think it was sort of a coincidence. I don't think they actually went specifically for Kate. I think they just went to wipe them out, and that's just the way it worked out.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have played it that way, but that's smart.
No, I don't, yeah, that's... It probably would not have worked out as well in real life. But it was kind of cool.
Call for backup now.
Yeah.
Explosive for level 1 heading.
Copy that, Unit 14. Backup on its way.
Yeah, so I guess the security level red thing means they have tons of armed guards hanging around the Shard. Although maybe it has more to do with the Kate thing. I don't know. I think they're expecting Faith.
I mean, presumably, if someone already, tried to take down an armed motorcade, then they're still gonna keep coming for it.
That's, yeah, probably true.
Reckless.
A little bit, yeah. Here's a news article about the van hijacking. I don't know if you can really call it a hijacking.
Yeah, they didn't take the van.
No.
Just the person.
And they also call Kate Connors a suspect, but she was actually convicted.
Kate Connors has been resecured. It is believed that Connors may have been helped by the missing fugitive Scope murder. On the hour.
Good work. Check her.
Gonna shoot me too?
No. Right now, you're Kate's best hope.
Weren't these your guys?
No, they're PK's, Pirandella crew. Private security.
What's going on, Miller?
Pope's murder. Turns out there was a man on the inside.
Rope burn?
Yes, you were right about him. I tried to get answers myself.
But why Kate?
They needed a CPF cop to look like Pope's killer. No time to explain more. Take this comms unit and head for the roof. It's where they've taken Kate. I'll contact you when it's safe. I'll hold them off. The roof. Go! Now!
I love that stylish man.
What the fuck?
I actually just noticed his character model. He's wearing like a turtleneck underneath his collared shirt. That's gonna get hot.
It's an angel with lips.
Is it? Is it really?
It is. It truly is. Timeless.
The-
even.
Guess he's just
The
that
dual wielding's
classy.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
Probably not as effective as what you're holding right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit so nicely in like a holster.
Good thing those doors close quick.
Yeah. There's no nice news article for us to read here.
Well, they don't need propaganda in the Shard.
You would be
They're the ones
surprised.
that make it, right?
They do, yeah.
Constructed in 2012 by the renowned architect J.C. Thomas, this monumental building has over 100 floors of both commercial and residential dwellings, including the offices of Mayor Callahan. The Shard boasts some of the most spectacular views of the city. However, we'd like to remind you that photography is not permitted on floors 90 through 110, but souvenir panoramic pictures are available in our gift shop, along with keychains, t-shirts, and a wide range of zero-fat snacks and beverages.
Drop any weapons you have, stay where you are, and prepare to be taken into custody.
Thank you for visiting the Shard. Have a safe and productive day.
Do they always say that?
Are
What?
you reading me? I'm in the
Probably
Oh,
not.
weapons.
tracking you on the cameras. Get out of the elevator, they're coming.
Alright, so this is a cool part. It's very similar to some of the stuff on the boat that I said was bad because it was more jumping puzzle than running. But maybe just the novelty of this particular sequence makes it okay.
Like a good elevator
Heard
shaft
them saying
scene.
you're in the elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Listen, there should be an entrance to the ventilation system somewhere in there.
Oh.
It'll take you outside, but you should be able to find a way back in on the other side of the building.
Do you have to time it with those things, or do they?
Um,
You ever get smoked by one?
you can, yes. It doesn't happen very often because they're not like all over the place. But it definitely does happen. I do have some outtakes. But yeah,
Alright.
I don't have very many clips of it happening because I didn't want to do it on purpose because that seemed kind of lame. You know?
Fake outtakes?
Yeah.
Are you throwing shade at other LPs?
No, I'm just saying in general, it seems
Okay.
like a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Now, I am not an expert on buildings, like I'm not an architect, but I don't know what's up with this just gigantic bottomless pit ventilation area. Like, this seems
Well, I've
strange
heard it
to me.
gets really hot in Singapore, so.
Yeah, but it's just that much space being taken up by like just air gaps basically in the building is weird.
What if it's one of those things to give the building like room to sway in the wind?
All right, maybe.
Maybe. It is like 110 floors tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a tall building.
Because there's that one in like Hong Kong that has basically this giant like weighted pendulum that runs right through the middle to keep it balanced.
Yes,
Oh,
that
I
is
think
a thing.
Sways.
That's Taipei.
Taipei?
Yeah. Yeah, I know the one. It's just like a big
I see you
ball.
now.
Yeah,
There's a
and it
flight
weighs like
machine guarding
100,
this area.
like
You
just
can
a
get back in
ton.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Be careful.
And it's to keep it balanced, like in less sway, but also to give it like room to sway in the wind if that happens,
Yeah.
or earthquakes, you know, whatever.
Yeah. It's so cool.
It is really cool.
I wouldn't have
Engineering's
thought
got
of
some
that.
pretty crazy levels.
Yeah.
So we have a short outdoor sequence here with some snipers.
The sniper raffle.
I kind of like this section. I think it's a good way to have it so the entire level doesn't take place entirely indoors.
Can only do so many bottomless ventilation shafts.
Exactly.
They're sending reinforcements.
Solid sniper rifle.
And nice shot.
I'm lucky this guy's terrible at his job.
This is a point blanker.
Yeah. Oh, that's some balance.
He's planking.
Oh. I feel like we're gonna see an outtake where you missed that because it looks close.
Yeah, it's not really actually. It's a quite an easy jump to make. It just is right on the edge of like making it or not making it.
There's an elevator ahead. I've managed to unlock it. Take it to the server room. You should be able to get to the top floors and gate from there.
And yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but there are all the TV screens in this building are showing like Vote Callahan and his motto all over the place. So they have tons of propaganda in this building still.
Would make some propaganda.
And this is cool.
That's a really cool view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like the security doors to the roof are closed. Okay. If you destroy those servers, their emergency protocol should automatically unlock the doors. I hope. Good luck, Faith. Look around. Surveillance for the whole city right under your nose, Faith. Damn. Sounds like they've taken Kate to the roof. They've got a chopper coming in. You'll have to be quick. What the...
Alright, this segment is actually very, very hard. I spent a whole bunch of practice runs going through some way to shoot all the bad guys. And then I kind of decided to try something different. Instead of just shooting the bad guys, I'm just going to run around, let them shoot the servers, and then get out of here.
It's just crazy enough to work.
So, I mean, it's actually a lot more reliable than doing it the other way.
It's like you shoot the servers?
Yeah, well, like trying to disarm someone and take their gun and shoot all the other bad guys is actually quite difficult to do. They can kill you very quick. Doing that actually worked out a lot better in my practice runs.
Yeah, look quick too.
Yeah. This is their video surveillance. They got people just watching all day.
With one monitor?
Yeah. Hey, this
Plebs.
this was 2001, man. Come on. Here we go. You ready for the big finale?
I am.
Yes.
Hello, Faith.
Jackknife. But you couldn't.
Attitudes like that. Well, that's exactly why I could.
Who's behind this?
Let's just say I know who the bigger fish are.
Callahan. Why us? We're no threat.
Classic warfare. Break the lines of communication. Shoot the messengers. Without Pope. And without the runners. Your clients. Those who just won't let go of the old city will be cut off. Vulnerable. then this city can clean up the last of its dregs.
So this is just the start.
I prefer to think of it as an ending. Still, you did a remarkably good job of coaxing out all those loose ends surrounding Pope's demise. It's why you're still alive. You can't live on the edge all your life, Faith. Sooner or later, you have to jump.
All right. So, big finale. Here we go.
Oh. It's okay, sister.
Well.
Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, actually, yeah, it is.
It's just got to be more dramatic.
God, that would hurt your wrist so much.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yes, it would. First person hug. Yes.
Achievement unlocked.
It feels like you're getting hugged.
This game was really about sisterhood.
Yes. I suppose so. But that's it. So
so the city's not saved yet or anything, but
no.
She's been reunited with her sister.
Yeah. They're now
And that's what's
fugitives. Faith's friends are all essentially dead.
Wendor switched over to the Icarus project.
Right. And they made zero impact on any actual, like, larger problems affecting the city. So
What happened to social progression?
Some of the servers are down.
Yeah, no, that's true. Actually, they did break the city's surveillance temporarily.
Isn't Mirror's Edge 2 like just the same thing?
Yes, there is no Mirror's Edge 2.
It's just a remake.
It is a reboot, a reimagining.
Because I could see a pretty sweet game being made out of her and her sister just being fugitives.
Yeah, and I think that was sort of the plan. Presumably keeping Celeste alive and having them be fugitives was supposed to lead into a second game. It just never did.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think behind the scenes there's a lot of weird stuff going on with Mirror's Edge. Because it's kind of, I don't know if it's the right term, like almost like a cult classic, where people who liked it a lot, and there was this big following for it. But it was never actually successful enough to, like, to make a sequel happen.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it is. But then I guess, you know, a couple years ago or however long ago they decided to reboot it because the concept of Mirror's Edge was still good.
I wish they'd do that with Shadowrun.
Just a future.
Well, I mean, you know, the Shadowrun video game you like is essentially like a prototype of a video game based on a
tabletop
board game. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a company that like had rights to the idea and wanted to make a competitive video game.
Right.
Like it was specifically designed to be like a competitive like arena shooter. Kind of what Overwatch is today, just a little ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was a good game.
Anyway,
I liked Mirror's Edge overall.
Yes.
Yeah. The story I found it hard to keep up with, but I think it's because we were doing it over like months.
So it's
and
not
mixed in with another one.
I mean, it is partly because of that, but not entirely. The story itself is very disjointed.
A brazen terrorist attack at the Shard has left 9 people dead and many more injured. According to a Callahan staff member, a security breach led to a series of catastrophic outages in the Shard's many public protection systems, causing havoc not just at the Shard, but throughout the city. The suspects in the act are none other than the former CPF officer and accused murderer Kate Connors and her sister Faith Connors. Although the scope and precise cause of the outages is as yet unclear, many troubling questions have emerged in their wake, including the role of the so-called runners in the destabilization of city operations. In the aftermath of the incident, local security firm Pirandello Kruger will be assisting the CPF. PK and the mayor's office have also recommended mobile phone and email be used sparingly until additional security measures have been deployed, as their security has been temporarily compromised. The whereabouts of both suspects are currently unknown.
So, they actually might have made things worse there. Because PK now has a larger role, and, yeah.
I also don't know if you guys noticed, but the localization team was Japan, China, China, Taiwan, Taiwan, Korea, Korea.
Yeah.
So, definitely the city was in one of those locations.
That's not what localization means.
I think it was for marketing.
Yeah.
I thought that was like...
It's marketing and
I just assumed it was
translation.
for, like,
Yeah, no, it's not like research.
I assumed it was for like,
Yeah, no.
consultation.
Nope.
Oh, well, whatever.
Yep.
Certification. There's a lot of certifiers.
I just
here.
noticed that like all the names are like, except now in the certification were like, I don't know, Swedish or...
Yeah, it's
yeah.
This is Old Dice, which I think was
yeah.
Norwegian.
Yeah, it was.
I did see a Torbjorn, like right at the start, and I held my tongue. I'll say it now.
All right, sorry. I was trying to say before that thing happened that the story of this game is very disjointed. There's like 3 different storylines that are all happening at the same time, and while they're connected, they're not well connected.
Okay. So it wasn't just me.
No, it's not just you. It is one of the big criticisms of the game is that you play through the game and you say, so why am I doing any of this stuff?
Yeah. Like, it seemed like there was lots and lots of twists, but none of them were really effective because I'm like, why is this a twist?
Right.
Yeah.
Or like the thing at the end where Jackknife turns out to be sort of the lead bad guy, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, that guy from before. There's no
third of the game.
Yeah. It's just very disjointed. It's kind of shallow. I can understand the criticism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they did enough, I guess, world building, because there's a lot of cool history with the November riots, which they mention a couple times, but without a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
And like you guys said, like a story after this game about sort of going more into the corruption would be very interesting. But that's not what happens. The new game, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, does flesh out a lot more of that kind of stuff. There's a lot more going on that you actually get to see and hear about.
It's not the same map then, right?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Reimagining,
okay.
You'll see it
so
when
it's not like what they did with Conkers, because...
No, it's not like a remastering. It's a brand new game with a lot of the same concepts and gameplay ideas, but a completely different game. It's hard to describe. You'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's it. We got some outtakes, and then we are done. I also
What's
like
next?
Everyone.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Okay.
Yeah. Underwhelming. So, outtakes. There aren't going to be very many, because at this point I kind of decided that showing every single time I miss a disarm and die is just not that interesting. That explosion kills you instantly. If you are not in cover, as soon as it goes, you are dead. You can't do any cool running away from the explosion or anything.
Is that what you're trying to do? Make it dramatic?
Well, I was trying to see what was going to happen. That was like my very first run. That was me being hit by the elevator. You can't really see it happen because it blindsides you. But if you are screwing around and trying to see what kind of weird places you can get to in the elevator shaft...
Oh.
Yeah, it does happen.
Heard them say you're in the elevator shaft. Listen, there should be an entrance to the ventilation system somewhere in here.
Yeah, when I saw you make that jump, I was like, I would miss that so many times in a row.
Yeah, it definitely happens. I considered including it and then didn't, but there's actually a really cool way of sort of speed running the elevator shaft where you can drop straight onto the swinging bar and then from there jump straight to the pole that you slide down, and then you're essentially at the bottom in 2 jumps. But it's pretty hard to do. And these are just to show just how difficult this last section can be if you try and sort of play it as a shooter.
Yeah, I don't think I would have thought to just run around the servers.
Yeah, no, I
goons.
I did it as a complete, like, I wonder if you could even do this, and yeah, it actually works quite well. If you try and fight the security guys at the end, it does not go well. Like, that was my best possible take right there, and it's just, within a couple seconds, just dead.
You got smashed.
Yeah. And it is possible, if you're bad, to not even get to the helicopter. But anyway, that is it.
That's funny.
Mirror's Edge is done.
We did it.
We did it.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.